Something special is about to happen tomorrow. We have a new daughter. She is 5 months old. We don't really do pictures and videos of her on the internet, so I'm not going to show her to you, but trust me, she's cute. Sometimes I keep her here in my office with me when I'm doing office work, composing, answering all those emails. One day I was in here working and I looked over at her and a melody came into my head. And so I started to write, and something else that doesn't normally happen to me happened. Song lyrics came inside my head. Lyrics of the things that I first said to her when she was born, and I looked into her eyes and she looked into mine. I see kindness and truth in your eyes. And once song lyrics came in my head, I realized that I was not writing a typical instrumental song like I always do, but I was writing a song with lyrics. I'm a drummer. I don't write songs with words. But I was about to. This is the melody that came out of my head. And so as that came out of my head and as I put it into the software, I just started feeling great about this idea of writing a song. And so that leads me to what's about to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we're premiering a song that I wrote with words in front of a large crowd. For the last 3 years now, I have run a band called the Gulf Coast Jazz Collective. And we do shows down in Fort Myers, Florida as a part of the Gulf Coast Symphonies organization. Every year, the Gulf Coast Jazz Collective has done an original music show. And that's because I believe that the true tradition of jazz is playing original music. And so for the last 2 years, we've played and often premiered original music by the members of the band to our audience. And our audience loves our original music concerts. And I've been telling our audience for maybe the last 2 shows or so that there's a surprise coming. We're going to be bringing in a vocalist for the very first time for our original music show. She's going to be performing 4 songs with words by members of this band. And 2 of them are mine. The plot thickens though, because not only does the audience not know what's coming, but my wife doesn't even know that I've written a song for our daughter. And so what we're about to see is the premiere of my very first 2 songs in front of a live audience. It is 9:43 and it's time to head down to the gig. I'm super early. Our sound check starts at 2:30, but being super early is how you avoid being late. The set list for tonight starts with a song that I wrote about what I'm literally doing right now, which is driving south on I-75. The tune's called I75 South. It's time for us to get started. This is I-75 South. Sounds like the challenge of highway travel. I drive this road so often for work, it's not even funny. I was born in the Fort Myers area, and so a lot of my work is down there because a lot of my connections are down there. So I drive this highway all the time. And I would say it's the second worst highway in Florida. I-4, of course, is the worst. Every Floridian would agree. But it's the second worst. Very untrustworthy, very unpredictable. There was one time I was driving down to a gig. I was playing in Naples, which is farther south than Fort Myers. I ran into 2 different storms and 2 car accidents that caused standstill traffic. And I was late. and the trombone player had to play drums until I got there. I75 South. Gigs almost never go the way they're planned to go. Our piano player, Zach, just gave me a call and letting me know that a close family member of his is in hospice. And so he may not be able to make it to the gig. And we talked for a minute and I just told him, hey man, like make the decision that you think is best. The very last thing that you'll have from me is any form of hard feelings, and please don't try to think about getting the gig to work. Let's just make sure that you have what you need. So that's tough because he's an awesome piano player. There's no way that I could ask another piano player to jump in and play this original music. So we're probably going to end up doing the show with sax, guitar, drums, and bass, which is still going to be a great show, and it's a pretty normal ensemble. But that's a pretty big change to the plans. And so my responsibility now as a band leader, I need to quickly figure out how to still make this a successful show. The arrangements have piano in them. And so to go without piano is going to be unusual, especially for our little wonder. So this is going to be something. So I'm going to do some work and try to look through this music and figure out how to make it happen without piano. I spent the next 30 minutes brainstorming what we would do with the show. I gave a couple of the band members calls asking them if they had music that we could easily put on the show. We're all good. Please go directly and be with your family, and I'll be in prayer for you. All right, see you. Tough stuff. And then, in a mad rush, I got the parts for the replacement tunes printed, taped, and ready to go. Band members were now starting to arrive, and it was time to make this thing happen. Yeah, so here's what's happening. Brandon has a solo piece that he's going to do by himself, and then he's going to go into the beginning. This is the first 4 bars. We're going to all be off stage. We're going to come on stage as you play. So we're all gonna start playing it with you. Yeah, just keep doing it. And then once all of us make it on Keila, that's when you're gonna come up. And so we won't move until you're in place.
Okay.
So that'll be your cue. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's measure 7. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Measure 7. So it should be it should be a bar before the second ending. Oh. And then take the second ending. I wasn't clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is Bernie's Mittens. LaRue, can you count this off, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you mean?
Well, what I was literally writing was, don't rush it.
I mean 8 up front, right?
Yeah. Thank you. The last 8 up front.
Yep.
Last 8. Thank you. And no retard at the end. Ba 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 ba. Hold. Thank y'all so much, man.
I'll join you off stage.
I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked that this is acceptable. Thank y'all for playing my music, man. Thank
Why
you,
are you shocked?
Thank you for trusting us.
Yo,
this keeps happening. You keep being surprised. Learn the pattern, man. You got this down.
All right, maybe I shouldn't be shocked. Zach says I shouldn't be shocked. Finally, the moment I was waiting for happened at the end of a great show. My daughter's song performed live for her and her mother. By the way, this is Keila Rosado. She's awesome.
I see kindness and truth in your eyes. Every breath you take is so precious. Our little one
That show was an incredible experience. Certainly the best part was having my daughter's song performed for her. She was in the audience, and when you saw me walk away on stage, that was so that I could go sit with my parents and my wife and hold her in my arms as her song was performed. So that was really wonderful. Hey, thanks for checking out this vlog. If you'd like to see any of the video of the performance, I'm going to be putting some highlights on my other channel. That's going to be in a link below. The performance season for the Gulf Coast Jazz Collective is over for this year. We've got one more show, but it's going to be a jam session that I'm hosting with the Jazz Collective as the house band. So if you're interested in checking that out, I will make sure that there's a link for that below for all of my Florida folks. For all of the rest of you, thank you for checking out this channel. Subscribe if you'd like to see more video like this. Until then, many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, y'all.